Hey there, welcome back. Today we are talking about the low taper fade, a cut that has quietly become the absolute gold standard for guys who want to look incredibly sharp without looking like they are trying too hard, and it is well worth 3 minutes of your time to understand why. So, what actually is a low taper fade? Unlike a traditional fade that blends your hair high up into the sides of your head, a low taper is much more subtle. It keeps the bulk of your hair on the sides and only blends down to the skin at two very specific points, right at the bottom of your sideburns and at the very lowest edge of your neckline. It leaves a clean, dark line of weight above the ear, giving you a tailored, structured shape that frames your face perfectly while keeping that clean-cut edge. This cut is an absolute dream if you have an oval, round, or heart-shaped face because it preserves the natural width on the sides of your head, which keeps your face looking balanced. Hair type-wise, it is incredibly versatile. It works beautifully on straight, wavy, and especially curly or coily hair because it clean cuts the edges while letting your natural texture shine on top. However, if you have a very wide or square face and you want to slim it down, a low taper might keep too much bulk on the sides for you, and a mid or high fade would serve you better. When you sit in the chair, you want to be very specific so you do not end up with a standard fade. Tell your barber you want a low taper, keeping the blend tight and low, right at the sideburns and the nape of the neck. Ask them to keep the arch behind your ear clean and natural, and ask for a line up on the temple if you want that extra crisp finish. For the top, tell them how much length you want to keep, but emphasize that you want to preserve the bulk on the sides just above the ears. Styling this day-to-day depends on your hair type, but the universal rule is to focus on the top and let the sides do their own thing. The one product that absolutely makes or breaks this cut is a high-quality matte clay or paste. Avoid heavy, greasy pomades that weigh the hair down. You want to rub a dime-sized amount of matte clay between your palms to warm it up, then work it through the top from back to front to get that touchable, natural volume that makes the low taper look so effortless. For upkeep, this is one of the most forgiving cuts out there. Because the fade is confined to just the sideburns and the neck, it grows out incredibly cleanly. You will not get that awkward, puffy look on the sides after 2 weeks like you do with a high skin fade. You can easily go 4 to 6 weeks between barber visits, though a quick 10-minute neck cleanup at week 3 will keep it looking brand new. The biggest mistake I see guys make with a low taper is letting their barber take the fade too high up the sides of the head. Once that blend creeps up past the top of your ears, you have officially crossed over into a mid-fade territory, and you lose that classic, fuller shape on the sides. Make sure to emphasize the word low, and literally point to your sideburns and the bottom of your neck so your barber knows exactly where to stop. Before you make the change, the smartest move you can make is to see exactly how this weight distribution looks on your specific head shape. Open up the HairMatch AI app, render the low taper fade onto your own face, and walk into the shop completely sure of what you want, instead of just hoping for the best. See you next time.